In this video, we're going to talk about positive pressure isolation rooms. So these will be healthcare, um, protective environment. So this would be patients that are immunocompromised or birthing rooms. So general overview, this would be where you're going to provide more CFM to that room than what you are drawing out, which will force air out to the adjacent spaces so that that patient is protected and that there will be no incoming air from the adjacent spaces toward them. So first and foremost, you will take your square footage of that room, and then ASHRAE 170 will give you the guidelines on what your air changes per hour are based on the room you're trying to build, and that will create what your CFM demand will be entering into the patient room. So there will be a constant volume box here that's constantly pushing air through to the space. You'll have a reheat coil that will temper that air so that it's comfortable. Then you'll have a HEPA filter bank here, which will clean that air before it serves the room. The placement of the supply grill will always be right at the patient so that when that air enters the space, it hits the patient first and not other areas before it hits the patient, so that patient's receiving the cleanest air that we can provide them. So like I said before, we had 400 CFM of air going into the room. And if you take a look at what our return grills are, we've got a return fan system that's always drawing 240 CFM here. We also have another return grill in the restroom that's taking 60 CFM of air, and that's all part of the design. So we're bringing in 400 and we're taking away 240, and 60 is 300. So the difference would be 100 CFM. So we have that room, 100 CFM of that room is being pushed through your ante room and out into the adjacent space. Okay, so we're pushing in 400 and we're taking out 300. That balance of CFM is going to go to the adjacent space. This room will be set up with an electronic pressure monitor here as well. So there will be a sensor for the adjacent space and a sensor that is within that room. And it'll go back to a panel here, which will have a readout on what the pressure differential is across both rooms. And they'll either have an audible alarm, and it may also be connected to the building management system to alert staff if they find that these doors, say, are wide open, or that there's a drop in pressure in some way. So the hospital staff has to be trained and aware of how these rooms are designed and what they need to have, and know how to look at and understand what that pressure monitor is reading. Facility staff also have to be trained on this and understand what is happening with that room as well. So again, when these rooms are being built and engineered, designed all to the standards based in ASHRAE 170, they're only as good as the education of the people that come in afterward, from facility staff and also from hospital patient staff, that they understand that as well and make sure that they're taking all the measures that are required to keep that room positive. If you have any questions related to positive pressure isolation rooms, please message me and I can assist with that. If you enjoyed this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you.